Welcome to our mukbang. Every single time I do this, you guys don't clap.
Mike, super short show.
Okay, that's not me. Today we're doing childhood food. I'm speaking loud because the mic's very far away, so please follow suit. We're doing childhood foods, so this is what we ate. Since our mom wasn't a fan of cooking for us, this is food that we ate. So
I'm just honestly,
this was our 4-course meal.
So we have the toaster strudel.
Mom fed us all.
We have
ramen.
Hot Pockets, pepperoni version. We have a TV dinner. We ate a lot of TV dinners, but this represents spaghetti TV dinner.
This show is
and pizza rolls there at the end.
This side conversation.
I'm trying to explain it, but it's fine.
Only not involved. That's what you said.
I knew when I invited Kelly on here that we're gonna some things came with that. We have animals drink, and we have
you only got one?
Lunchables.
Lunchables.
So
I swear, everybody's so mad. Like,
but you know, that's low key one of the best things. You only get one.
Everybody can get one pizza.
There's only 3 in there.
Okay, you got me there. Somebody has to share.
I think Michael.
Samara and I will share. Okay, and Lunchable pizzas. That's our stuff. Okay, guys, dig in. Enjoy.
Awesome.
Tell me twice.
And that's where we're splitting the Hot Pockets.
Okay.
So we can all make sure we get a little bit of it. But anyway.
I'm not passing the Hot Pocket. I already ate one. You had one recently? No, I already had one version of pizza. Like, I don't
okay.
eat another pizza.
I know a lot of these are pizza, like, really inspired.
Yeah, I shouldn't have eaten the pizza Dad got.
I almost
We used
got,
to do barbecue sauce
This
and
tastes
ranch.
like childhood. Because I literally have not had this in years.
Okay, let me check.
Maybe decades.
You know, pretty
But they could easily say I haven't had this in 10 years. Because even in college, I never ate toaster strudels. I mean, I feel like I'm 9 years old again.
Barbecue sauce?
Oh, the mix of ranch.
Yes.
That was Kelly's creation. She said, guys, what you guys want to do is?
Kelly created that?
Yeah, like, did I?
She showed me how to do that.
I thought we did it.
I didn't do it until I was
I
like, do
think
that.
Dad showed me.
Oh, let me get the animals out.
Yes, my favorite thing.
I almost got the French bread pizzas.
This is
Red Baron,
Okay, yeah, that would have been pretty spot on.
but I didn't.
Or the Banquet's buffalo wings.
I couldn't. That's what it was. The banquet the wings. I couldn't. They didn't know what I was talking about. But I was like, we used to have those, all the honey barbecue ones.
Mm-hmm. This is very good. We need to eat this. This is dangerous.
Oh yeah, the spaghetti's gonna be the interesting one. Something tells me it's not gonna be.
I never got that banquet, that
How is it
dinner.
already like?
I would usually get the chicken fingers and brownie.
I'm not eating whatever that meat is. It's like a mix of chicken and pork, and I'm just not trying to experience that.
Like they just couldn't afford to use beef, but she's.
He has to try a little bit of everything. I'm like, I'm good. I'll try the noodles though.
What are these questions, Michael? Why don't you talk to the ranch?
Okay, so the Hot Pocket's not what I remember, but it's okay.
There's no. The filling is gone on mine.
Really?
I'm just eating bread.
So this question I have is, if you could only store one type of food in your pocket, what would it be?
Oh, like Sam.
Like Sam.
Sam with a sandwich.
Always a sandwich.
Mine probably be candy, like Laffy Taffy or something. Starburst.
Okay.
Can you speak louder, Kelly?
Laffy Taffy or Starburst? Use your outside voice. Laffy Taffy or Starburst?
I feel like that's a hard question because when I think of foods, like say I want to have
This is light right
a large pizza from Domino's, how do I keep that in my pocket?
So maybe you just do a pizza slice.
Personal pizza, right?
I could do a pizza slice, yeah, or a 2-entree plate from Panda Express.
A la carte in your pocket?
A la carte in my pocket, that'd be great.
Remember Polly Pocket? I used to love Polly Pocket. Best.
I feel like I should have ate the toaster strudel first.
Why you don't want to? I'm saving mine for dessert.
Maybe a protein shake. That'd be nice to keep in your pocket.
A protein
A
shake?
protein shake?
Yeah, the little ones.
Mine should definitely be beef jerky. No, it wouldn't be. It will be a granola bar.
Okay.
Which is very feasible. You can
Very
do that now.
sensible, yeah.
But it will be granola bar because then I would never feel like it's too bulky to be keeping in there.
That's a lot of sauce.
Yeah, I probably didn't need to do all that.
I think for the question
is
is like,
recipes.
That's true.
if you could keep anything in your pocket
Because you're not
and
complaining.
it had the magic of being perfectly refrigerated or perfectly heated, like take the limits
I'll
off.
take this
Is the question.
Honestly, the bread was the best part of Lunchables. It wasn't even the meat or the cheese.
I hated the bread.
The crust was fire.
I liked it too. I always wondered what it might taste like if it was actually cooked one day.
But it just gets wet.
I know some people put it in the oven.
That was not my experience.
They
These
would
are
put-
always on the go.
These are
How do you
always
cook it?
cold.
So say you ate a Lunchable at home, you could just throw it in the oven real quick. I don't know why you'd be eating Lunchables at home, but people were doing it.
Oh, I did.
I did too. I remember eating Lunchables at home.
Well, there you go. You never popped it in the microwave?
I think I did that, but in the oven, I don't remember ever doing that.
I remember the sauce tasting like this, and I just never understood why it did.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like basil or oregano.
Just straight basil?
with some ketchup.
The only thing this
Trying to make
Lunchable
this
isn't
real
spot
nice.
on, I think maybe it was an XL Lunchable, where it gave you a piece of candy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are the fancy ones.
But they have a drink and
Yeah, I saw
Reese's
those Lunchables in the
Pieces.
grocery store, but I said spend $1 or spend $2.79. So
They're
it's kinda
actually $2.79.
these aren't 50 cents.
I actually don't know. They're definitely not 50 cents. I don't know.
Yeah, they went up years ago.
Yeah, it's $1 and some change.
Those used to be like 50 cents.
Not at Winco, it's not.
Their pepperonis taste weird.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish I didn't put pepperoni on this.
That's why I just put the sauce on it.
That is not. I don't know what I was thinking as a kid.
Ooh, Samara, show your pizza to the camera.
But
You're done making
the sauce and the cheese and the bread is good.
Is there anything to spread the sauce with?
your
Well-
hands. As a kid, you spread it with your hands or your tongue.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
With somebody else's tongue.
Oh, gee.
And
Mom.
that's how home it's spread, kids.
Well, that's back in the day. That was mono.
Oh, yeah. COVID's a breeze now. Back in the day, we had mom.
Sure did.
How are the pizza rolls?
I could literally eat these like popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, the more I'm eating this pizza, the more I'm into it.
Should I not put the pepperonis on mine?
You should put it on because now I'm feeling pepperoni.
I always
Okay.
love pizza rolls.
It's still not how normal pepperoni tastes, which is weird because these look like pepperonis. These don't taste like it.
Here's a good question. Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
No.
And what was his or her name?
Beautiful.
Mine's just Bridget.
Imaginary friend.
I think you
Sure
remember
did.
that.
You remember,
You remember
her imaginary friend?
my imaginary friend?
Yeah, because I remember that name Bridget and you using it up.
Why did you choose Bridget?
I think it was from the Brats.
Were any
any
character in the Brats named Bridget?
Maybe I felt like that was a name that deserved to be in the Brats.
Okay. What was her ethnicity? Bridget.
She was definitely white.
Mm.
Yeah.
Were most of your imaginary friends Caucasian?
I made sure that
You made sure of it?
in the casting you're like, no,
Well,
no.
those are all that we spent our time around with white people. So I just felt like my imaginary friend might as well have been like my norm.
Yeah.
I didn't have any black friends, so I didn't know what that was like.
Except Valencia.
Was this during her time? Maybe. Yeah, she was that one black friend.
Yeah, she's the only, her and Lauren were the only black friends I remember having.
I don't think I had any.
At least for my childhood.
I probably had an imaginary boyfriend or something.
Connor? Or is it Corner?
Cameron?
Cameron was very much so real.
He was real. He was the first guy I tried to kiss.
Samara
Yeah,
had,
you actively tried. I love it.
oh, we had to talk about when Samara was in elementary school, she was what you call a savage in every way possible.
Had no chill.
She had no. She did. It was her first time going out with people, so she didn't know how to act.
I'm still learning how to
She's like, boys? Yes.
She said, "Boys, yes. Homework, no thank you.
homework, no thank you.
Bullying people,
Yes. I'll take it.
Samara loved to bully kids, and we don't condone bullying on this channel.
We don't.
But Samara
I
was
did a whole lot of it.
Samara did a whole lot of bullying.
I didn't even know I was doing it until we got several calls at home.
Samara's like, I'm just calling it out as it is.
Yeah. I was like, no, but she's stupid. So I let her know.
Samara let him know.
That's what happens when you grow up with siblings that are older than you.
So
Is
your
that
kids your age?
you learn quicker, so you think that everyone around you should talk like an 11-year-old. But like, no, you're 6. But they're not
That's
gonna talk
true.
like they're 12. But I was around Kelly so much and like Paulina.
It's true.
And me.
You didn't talk that much until you hit until your height came through.
Honestly, I know.
I-
Michael was like
You had nothing to say until you could look down at
Until
us.
6 months ago. I didn't really say much.
Yeah, because I remember coming back from college and realizing Michael was such close friends with Brittany and Regina.
And that was just so wild.
And I remember being
I was
shocked.
like, what does he say to them?
Because I was like, man, Michael's out here like a social butterfly, having these people as friends.
We really did blossom.
He did, like, Chipotle opened the world for Michael. I feel like he was...
Oh, yeah.
I think what really opened was us leaving.
No, I always say that.
Absolutely.
When they
He
left.
had no need to go talk to people because we were there.
Mhm.
We were here.
That always
Maybe
helps.
that was the thing. Like,
It was a blessing. Kelly leaving was truly a blessing.
Mhm.
It was sad, but I needed it to grow.
That hit me like, I feel like that hit me the hardest. Like, mom and dad, cute. I feel like I suffered the most.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I felt like you did too because everyone kept telling me when I came back, "You're welcome. We were here for her when you left."
Yeah, Samara, when
Like,
Kelly... No,
Wait,
specifically
wait,
when
not
Kelly
when
left.
Paulina left. I'm talking
No, it
about
was when
when
Kelly
Kelly left.
left. Samara did not know how to act.
I was still here.
Really?
Which I don't get because we were all here for her. So why is one person leaving?
Wait, so were you, like, crying at night? Like, what was...
I don't remember how many times I cried, but I was super sad because like it was like all 4 of us
Oh, for so long.
for so long. So for that to be ripped apart, it was like crazy.
It's interesting you say that because Mom told me it was hard for her too. But I would have
My
never
mom
known.
was crying.
But I would have never known because Mom and Dad both, when they sent me off, they seemed like fine. And I remember thinking when I watch movies, sometimes parents cry. So I was kind of shocked that no one, I didn't see any tears. So I was
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I'm not surprised Dad didn't cry, but yeah, I would expect Mom. Mom's the type of person to not cry, then cry in the car way home.
Yeah, mom was sad.
yeah, because Mom didn't tell me that till like only a couple years ago. She was like,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. This is very disappointing.
Our palates when we were kids was
No, it's great.
This is very disappointing. Danimals? Are you kidding me? I was excited about
Maybe
this.
they changed their recipe.
Changing
Oh, did you
ingredients.
water down?
It tastes ridiculously watered down.
Probably.
They're losing
What?
their funding.
Just because of the fact like they can't afford to be giving people quality stuff anymore. Everything's probably gonna be watered down.
Like, it says it's strawberry banana. This tastes like the stem of the banana
okay.
and maybe a few seeds of the strawberry.
Mhm.
Not even a big seed.
It's not as
This is like one of Samara's protein shakes. I'm kidding.
without the milk.
That's rude.
Now I want to try it.
It's,
Wait, we used to shake it? Shake yours.
I did shake mine before.
I didn't shake mine at all.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, because Daniels, you were always.
Oh, it says
yeah,
shake
you're always
well.
supposed to shake it before you eat.
Maybe the bottom is like super.
That's how I remember it.
That's what happened. That's why these taste like this. All the ingredients fell out of
You know
it.
what? That was my bad.
Michael Bertman.
I definitely overcooked them.
Mm-hmm.
No, this tastes exactly how I remember it.
Yeah, me too.
You're like, never mind.
I mean,
Animal still kills it.
I do agree with you. The strawberry banana is weak, but this is how I remember it tasting.
I'm mad that we didn't eat all this.
Because you're the one saying that we need to have more food.
Every single time we do these,
I
I
knew
keep
this would be
thinking that you're
enough.
not making enough food, and then when I'm eating it, I'm just like, I'm stuffed. I can't do it.
Everybody's eyes are always bigger.
Always bigger. I really was just like, I could tear all this by myself.
And 20 years ago, you probably could have.
Yes.
We talk about that. We all were severely
should you
overeaters
have
when we were younger.
No, we shouldn't. Yeah, 'cause
That's
when
the
we were
question.
when we were younger, we used to eat TV dinners almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
And Paulina and I would always eat 2 TV dinners.
2 T-miners.
They would eat regular and eat the regular.
Yeah.
But we'd always go hard.
All missing the
And then
At some point, mom, dad shut it down.
at one point, Mom told her to stop eating because she's a girl, and my mom was very strict on us not being fat.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, "Look."
Do you remember that
Not
time
my
Mom
loss.
yelled at us and was like, "You guys are gonna be smart and skinny," and then had us
She's-
run? I was like,
she
"This
said
is
that?
low-key
She
weird."
said smart and skinny?
Yeah, I remember Mom was mad one time taking us. I think it was to Duck Pond Park. Someone like pissed Mom off, and I remember her saying, "No, play at the park. Y'all are gonna be skinny and smart." I was just like,
Period,
"Okay."
She was raising skinny legends.
She was raising some skinny legends. Yeah.
And now look at us.
I am definitely a legend, but.
Oh man, she meant well.
What's your favorite word?
Miraculous.
Belligerent.
That's not no.
Spell it.
Spell it.
I never heard you use that word.
Or say it again.
That's not your favorite word.
Say it again. She forgot.
Belligerent?
Say it again.
Why can't belligerent be my favorite word?
Is it actually your favorite word?
Use it in
Who
a
says
sentence.
Your favorite word has to be a word that you use often.
It does.
That's true.
Like, it can just be a word that I like to
That's
hear.
very much so true. I just was disappointed.
I like to hear it.
I like to hear that. I like the way it rolls off the tongue.
Awestruck. It's a nice word. Oh.
Or maleficent.
Serendipity. I like that word.
I like the word thank you. I don't hear it.
Those are the words of someone who deals it to me in Grateful Kids. I just want that.
I just want to hear a thank you, both from adults and children.
And maybe a yes ma'am every once in a while.
You can sprinkle that in.
I'm sorry I was wrong. Actually, I'd love to hear my father say it.
Right.
Oh, well.
Perhaps maybe you matter. It'd be nice to hear.
I'm proud of you, son.
I'm proud of you,
My
son.
favorite word is I'm proud of you.
You matter. Well, who says you don't matter?
You aren't a screw up.
Directly.
You aren't a screw up. I'd love to hear that.
Oh my! Next question was, when was the last time you used the words "thank you"?
Oh. Nice segue, Paulina.
When was the last time I said thank you?
When I was singing Ariana Grande.
Probably 2 p.m. No. I think the last time I said...
What happened at 2 p.m.?
I had a Zoom call with people at work. But then I realized I said thank you to you when you brought my bed upstairs. So that was the last time, I think.
For Kelly,
Funny, I
it's a
didn't hear it.
lifestyle.
You did hear it. You literally said no problem. You remember? Don't be fake.
I did say that you won't hear
When was the last time I said thank you?
You don't ever say it. Period.
Oh my God.
You don't ever hear it because it never comes out of your mouth.
I've been her brother for how many years? I heard thank, and I heard you on different occasions. Never heard them together.
I hear a lot of I. That's what I hear a lot.
Yeah, a lot of
Me's too. Yeah.
yes, a lot of me's,
A lot of me's.
a lot of can you help me? Can you buy this? What are you doing? You eat too much. Anyway.
Take out the trash, please.
I take out the trash.
You do. I've been hearing a lot of shut up lately, which I'm not happy about.
Who makes you laugh the most? Let's say not
At this
comedians. No, just out of your friends.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Not comedians, because obviously you would say, George Lopez made you laugh the
Dave
most.
Chappelle has me on the floor. Yeah. You can always say that.
Michael's.
Kate McKinnon.
I literally just said.
Is it a friend, Kelly? Are you friends with Kate?
I'd like to think that I'm friends with her.
Okay.
I would.
You have a bond over the internet?
No, her and Sarah Paulson. No, Sarah Paulson is hilarious.
See?
Like, I watched
There's
YouTube.
no reason why actually it can't be people you don't know. I just made that
All
one.
my responses are hypothetical. I heard your question. But I'm just noting those
I think
two women.
the funniest person alive was this kid I went to middle school with, and then this other kid I went to VBS with. The middle school guy, his name was Damian Bowen. He could literally make a joke out of anything. He wasn't accepted back into the charter school next year because he had a lot of issues. But he was literally the funniest kid I've ever met in my entire life.
Don't you love that when you just meet genuinely hilarious people?
He would do accents.
He was really throwing it down. Like, he was like, I need y'all to know.
because he was smart too. So he would do smart humor. He would do like imitations.
I just got
There was like this one.
He was training.
We had homeroom, and we had a substitute teacher, and he was like, "All right, so today, Damien and Ryan are gonna come up here and pass out the participation awards," and we were like, "Oh gosh." Because whenever we have substitute teachers, they always hate Damien because he's the class clown. So as soon as he went up there, he's like, "Come on, Ryan, pony boy, let's pass out these medals." And then we're like, "Why is he?"
I was laughing. This is so stupid.
Why is he in Wyoming?
Why are you cowboy handing these out?
And then the substitute teacher was like, "Stop." I was like, "What is he doing wrong?" He's just telling his friend to come on. He's like, "Stop. Just stop playing around." I I was like, he's just being funny.
The fact that the teacher's upset makes it even funnier.
Because we're all laughing.
It was already open.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would laugh just
But
because he says
I don't think I've ever met anyone who was so
like on cue funny.
on cue. Like, I met a lot of funny people since then, but I was just like, I would be crying multiple times. Like, whenever I had class with him, yeah. And he was kind of cynical too. So he was just, yeah.
That's a hard to come after.
And another kid, his name is David. I always remember, you remember funny people. You remember their names. He was from VBS. And they were, you know how they would put on little skits during VBS and they would cast it right there? All right, so we need a 17-year-old kid. Oh, me. So this kid, he was reaching his hand up for every role. Mm-hmm. All right, we need a father. I can do it. I can play a good dad. I said, okay, so we need a cousin. I have cousins. I have lots of cousins. I could be one. He didn't get picked. They said, we need a mom. I'd be a great mom.
This guy's having a good time.
He was hilarious. I'd be a great mom. My kid up there. I was like, I want to look you up in 5 years.
Right.
I was like, I feel like you're going to be doing stand-up.
He's a janitor.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What if he's a janitor?
But he's a funny janitor.
What if he's a janitor by day and try to be a comedian at night?
Mm-hmm.
He's driven. He's ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was no shade at janitors.
Sanitation specialist. We love them.
Kelly, you a person you think of that's extremely funny in your past?
Oh.
That's
dang,
not
that
Kate.
I actually know of?
Who's that?
Were any of my friends like that?
Oh man.
If I'm being honest, I can't recall anyone who was like that. I know I came across people that funny, but I don't.
We weren't like the friends.
Yeah,
with
I
them.
wasn't friends with them, so I wouldn't. It was more like Samira said. They were in class. Like I remember in middle school, there were these kids who were extremely funny, but I wasn't friends with them.
You don't have to be friends.
It was more of like they just cracked funny jokes and I laughed. Like Dennis was pretty funny.
I was gonna say I do have.
Oh, we don't need to talk about Dennis.
But like, he was an interesting person because
Dennis was interesting because he was rude to people.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't always funny. I mean, there was one kid who always looked like he was sweating. And Dennis would routinely make fun of him every day on the bus. And I would just be there, like, right next to him laughing. So,
because it really was like that. Some people were just really easy to pick on.
They were. Like, that poor kid, like, he just, for some reason, always looked like he was sweating. Even if it was dead of winter. And you know how cold it was in Boston. Like, there's no reason why you have to always look hot.
It's hecka hot in here. It's like snowing.
Right.
He's like, whoa. It's just me. Like, yeah. It's just you.
And Dennis
get the boy a towel.
Dennis would always come up to me in the bus and literally do this and just be like, that kid's really sweaty, huh? And I would just laugh. So him and I were both like, it was really dumb.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for that kid. So if that kid's watching, no, I'm really sorry. It's not cool to be a bully or laugh at people.
I hope you.
Like maybe he had a condition.
I hope you don't sweat anymore.
I hope you find an air conditioner that works for you.
That works just for you.
So yeah, Dennis was kind of funny, but his was more like mean funny. Like he wasn't really like.
No, I thought too. Well, I was like, can you ever really reach your height of comedy if you don't
Like make fun of someone?
At some point you have to put someone down.
Which is sad.
It's just that's.
But I bet that's
another tier of funniness. Mm-hmm. Like now, can you? I think too in middle school, at some point, like and we were agreeing, like towards my later years, I finally figured out like what was funny, but I could never be the one to say it because you can't be the teacher's pet and the class clown. You have to choose.
That's a risky road to live.
Yeah, and I was just like, I want these teachers to like me, so I can't say. Remember when that thing gay? Remember that thing was popular?
Yeah.
I was in middle school and that was popular.
That's not
and
funny at all.
someone literally set the perfect situation. They're like, bro, were you touching his leg? No, bro, I wasn't touching his leg. Okay, it looked like you were. And then everyone was like just watching. And and I was like, gay? I was going to do it. But then I was sitting in the front row. Mr. Prez was literally right in front of me. I was like, I'm going to get set out of class.
Oh, you say, oh yeah.
Because he really doesn't like homosexual like type things.
Oh, homophobic.
Homophobic, not homosexual.
Well, that's still relevant. That's a homosexual type of joke.
Yeah, but yeah, he doesn't like homophobic stuff.
Because you saying that, like, isn't really homophobic.
You have one?
It's more like a...
Funniest person in your life?
Because just because you say gay does not mean you hate gays. It's just more like you saw a situation where it might be a little sus, and then you take advantage.
But yeah, that would have been immature.
That's a hard question. You would think I would know.
I think too. I didn't have that. I'm just gonna say because it's funny. I don't care who I hurt. I didn't have that like disregard when I was younger.
I just laugh
at anything.
I don't say it because like I always thought about it before I said it. For funny people in middle school, you can't think before you speak.
No, they just.
If you want to be funny in middle school, you just have to say it. I think that was one of the advice you gave me. You like just try to make people laugh and you make friends. Like in high school.
Kelly's all about fitting in at any cost necessary.
Can I have another
But who doesn't like someone though that says funny stuff?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to think of like a lot of times I had a lot of good funny times with a lot of people.
Yeah, like it's hard to remember.
As far as somebody who's like super funny, you know, I'm gonna go on a weird one.
Okay.
I would say somebody who I always had a good time around was Tyree.
Okay,
that's true. Tyree
I was almost gonna say that.
Funny.
Only
He's
because
very funny.
He is.
We didn't like do a lot. Whatever. I remember constantly crying, laughing when I'm over at their house.
Yeah, Tyree was very funny.
I don't know how. Like
It was like when Tyree and Kayla were all there. I remember crying some days. Those were some good times.
Okay,
and a lot of people don't make me cry a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Michael's a win because Tyree was very funny. I almost forgot about that whole era.
Tyree wins the competition.
Because he was though.
You put middle school David up against Tyree. Tyree would win every time.
The best they ever met.
All right, Pliny, you're up.
Even though he kind of made fun of that one girl. Remember when we used to hang out with them, the Williams and Boykins, and then that other guy and his wife?
The Ragsdales?
Yeah, Ragsdales.
And he would bring his daughter sometimes.
Okay.
And Tyree would roast her. And I was
Because names can get tricky when you're on the internet.
Though again, those are funny, but it's one of those things where someone has to get hurt.
It's probably not for the best. Yeah, we try to make jokes about people's lives.
Yeah, don't make fun of people, kids.
And don't do self-deprecating jokes either. That's a lack of confidence. You know, eat at yourself. Just make jokes about things like this Barbie sauce, for instance. Look how dark it is. What's up with that? You know?
Why isn't it pink?
Nobody liked that joke at all.
Or I mean, too, in middle
like
school,
people,
if you said anything sexual, like, it would be funny. Like, it was dumb things.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to impress
Like, we were working on a project. It was like sculpting, like an engineering thing in science. And I was like, just take the insert and shove it in there. Shove it in the hole and you're fine. And they're like, sir, stop saying it like that. And I'm like, no, I'm just saying, like, that's how you do it. You just have to shove it in the hole just like that. And then, like, literally they're all dying. And I was like, I'm not being funny. I'm literally just saying this is how you do it. So it was so easy to be funny in middle school.
Paulina, would you like to say something?
I think currently right now the people that make me laugh are like my coworkers. They're really funny. And I can't see an individual one just because they go off of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like one's response to the other person and attacking the other person attacking them because they came out them wrong. It's just hilarious.
Oh, it's like watching.
Like just being in the midst of them. It's just such a like it's so bad to the point that like we won't start meeting.
Right, so the camera cut off. We were ending with Paulina's explanation on why.
Now that I think about it,
They're
in
funny.
college there were lots of funny.
Yeah, so none of them are like I was saying that none of them on an individual level are funny. I think that the fact that they just go off on each other, that experience is hilarious. Because there'll be many times when I would try to bring up a point and someone would say something like under their breath, like, oh, I go through that so much. I'm just like, no, you don't. They're like, no, I do though. And someone was like, speaker piece, what do you go through? Mm-hmm. Then they'll bring up something and I'm just sitting there like, why are we even going off a tangent? Like, I just need you guys to hear me.
Yeah.
But it's not, I never am upset about it. I'm more upset about myself. Like, I should have planned for this.
Okay.
Never think that it's only going to take 30 minutes. Add an extra 15 for the jokes. So, it's a good time. I wouldn't change it.
And how boring would it be if all meetings, like, went exactly to plan?
Right, or straight to the point.
Or what if they hated each other?
Yeah, God
and it
forbid
was just
we have an efficient meeting.
It can still be efficient if you plan for the jokes. You plan for the tangents that occur, all of that.
All right. Well, I think that was the mukbang. That was the childhood food mukbang. We got a lot of good conversation and had a lot of good carbs. Thank you for joining us. We have a guest, Kelly. Thank you for joining us. You and your shirt are greatly appreciated. All right.
We'll go.
Yeah, Calvin Klein is not sponsoring this video. All right.
But if you want to.
Bye.
Bye.